Good morning, families, and happy Thursday. Today is our last day before spring break. Hopefully I didn't chop my head off this time. I've tried this a couple times and you can't see my face. Hopefully this will work. My apologies for no morning message yesterday other than the lessons. We teachers spent most of yesterday trying to figure out all of the new information that we have received with regard to distance learning, and so I wanted to put that together in a way that made sense to me and a way that made sense to you. So yesterday the teachers spent a lot of time in meetings kind of trying to figure out where we go from here. So beginning April 20th, online learning is going to look a little bit different for our class. The biggest change really is I am not going to be introducing any new material, and I'm not going to be providing paper packets. I will still put whatever you might need in a PDF and send it to you, but because of social distancing requirements, it's really not a possibility for me to go out to the school each Thursday. So if that changes, if there's a way for me to get it to Mr. Varner, for example, and he can disseminate that, I'll get it to you. But primarily, I think you're going to find that you really won't need a lot of the paper and pencil packets. Because the things that I might put in a PDF, you and your child could actually work through just orally, or they could write their information down in a journal or on a piece of paper. Okay, so that's the first change. I sent out a letter. It's already on the classroom website, but there's a lot of information here. So I thought it would be best if I just went over each point so that you have a little bit more information right now. And then if you'd like to go back and reread that letter in a little while, you certainly can. So it just starts out with, dear families, I hope you're doing well. I'm thankful, so thankful to each and every one of you and all the hard work that you're doing. I know that many of you have more than one child at home, and so you're likely receiving emails and Class Dojo reminders and all sorts of communications from more than one teacher. And I know for me personally, I'm only receiving information from one teacher for my son, and it's a little bit overwhelming, so I totally understand. I want you to have the most up-to-date information, but I also don't want to overwhelm you. So today the district, well, yesterday now, has given us a ton of information and about how we're to proceed after spring break. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that right now. If ever you have any questions, please reach out to me on Class Dojo or through school email. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what's going on online as well today. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is student work and lessons. Many of you have reached out to me about how to turn in the work your child has already done. Again, we can't really meet face to face, so I think the best way for you to do that, if you're able, is just to snap a photo of it and you can email it to me on school email or through the messages section of Class Dojo. You're allowed to upload photos there as well. And then as far as lessons go, we've been asked not to introduce any new material. So from this point on, after today, what I will be providing for your student is lessons that are review. Any PDFs that I give you that are printable documents, those will be review and things that they could do on their whiteboard at home or on a piece of paper at home if you're not able to print those things, okay? Most of the work from this point on is going to be online. So if you haven't familiarized yourself with Clever yet and how to log into Clever, do that in the next few days, because that will be primarily our source of communication and work from here on out. If you need help logging into Clever, you need the passwords, pardon me, for your student, reach out to me. I have that information for you, okay? So through Clever, I'll be able to assign work from work on iReady Math, iReady Reading, McGraw-Hill, which is their reading program. I'll be able to assign work online there. Typing Club, Imagine Learning, and other online platforms. So the nice thing about that is when I log into Clever on my end, I can see which students have been in Clever, and then I can look and see which programs they've been working on. So there will be no need from this point on for you to upload pencil and paper work via photos if you don't want to or can't. Okay, so hopefully most of us are able to log into the Clever website, and I'm going to give us a little tour of that in just a few minutes, okay? So moving forward, I will be doing less paper and pencil assignments that require work to be printed or picked up. If I do send PDFs, they will be reviewed, okay? And then as far as student work that's already finished, feel free to snap a photo of it with your phone and send it to me in email, or you can send it to me through the messages section of Class Dojo. Zoom. Zoom is super fun. We haven't done another Zoom meeting yet, but I plan on scheduling one for today. It is not required, but it is a lot of fun. So for Zoom, for our class, Zoom is not the best platform for me to teach because not everybody has the same access. So I plan on using Zoom as more of a check-in. During that time, the students can ask me questions about their work if they have it. They can basically just see each other, which I think is something that they are probably really missing, seeing their friends. So that is primarily my intention in using Zoom, is not necessarily to teach, but to check in with the students, check and see if they have any questions about the work that they're doing, and so that they can see their friends. So I will be sending out a Zoom link today. I know it's last minute, so if you're not able to join us today, that's okay. But I will also be sending out a regular time for our Zoom meetings so that you can plan on having your child join us. I will try to do one in the morning on one day of the week and one in the afternoon on one day of the week, depending on people's schedules, okay? I've already talked about turning in work. Grades. The district office has said that for the trimester 3 report card, elementary students will receive third trimester marks of M for met expectations or LC for limited to no contact. Whenever your child completes any assignments through Clever, which helps me track their work, or sends photos of completed work, or attends a Zoom meeting, or checks in with me through your messages, all of those things are receiving credit for met expectation. The children are to be held harmless for the work that they cannot do because they don't have access. So again, for all the grades for the third trimester report card this year, the grade will either be met expectations. Basically, you're doing your best to make sure your child is getting some of the work done, or no contact. If I haven't heard from you in a long time and I haven't seen any check-ins, that would be, or if I haven't heard from you at all and I haven't received any check-ins, that would be a no contact. And no contact is not a bad grade. It simply means that I wasn't able to communicate with you. I don't know what your student was able to do or not. I hope that makes sense. Again, if you're logging in through Clever, I can see that. If you've messaged me, I can see that. If your child's been on Zoom, I can see that. If you've sent me an email saying, hey, I don't have access to any of those things, that's contact. So really the no contact is not a bad grade. It's just saying that I wasn't able to contact your family, okay? And for most of us, that doesn't apply. I've heard from almost everybody, okay? Another thing the district is asking us to do is to set office hours. So beginning April 20th, my office hours will be 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Throughout the day, I'll be checking email, I'll be checking Class Dojo. I've been doing that anyway. But I also understand that many parents are working from home and maybe those hours don't work for you. You guys hopefully by now know me, know that I'm flexible. If you need a different time, if you want to meet with me one-on-one via Zoom, let me know. I can arrange that, okay? I'll set up the meeting, and if it has to be after office hours, that's fine. Let me know. We will figure something out, okay? And then finally, and this is the part that I think is most scary to me, is our school district is rolling out Google Classroom. It is brand new to most teachers in the district. Some have had experience with it, but most of us have not. And so we just received all of that information yesterday. I'm starting to play with it. I've already locked myself out of my account, so I'm waiting to get that up and running again. But I don't know what their plan is for us to use Google Classroom right now. So stay tuned. You will be getting a Google Classroom invite once my account is unlocked. And yeah, I don't know what else the plan is for that. Primarily, our platform is going to be using the district website, or the school website, right, with my classroom page, and the Clever platform. So I am not tech savvy. I don't know how to edit videos. So give me just a moment. I'm going to scoot on over and I want to give you a little bit of a tour of what your child could be doing on Clever. Okay? So let me get my computer started up over here. And there we go. And I'm sorry, I don't know how to edit, so I'm going to just zoom on in. I hope you don't get motion sickness. Please excuse my messy work area here. Hopefully, you'll be able to see that. Now again, if you don't know If you don't know your students' login information or they don't know it, reach out to me. I have that information. Sorry for all the moving around. I just want to make sure that you can really see what we're doing. Okay, so this is the Clever login screen. If you don't know how to get there, www.clever.com, and you'll have to search for Parkside, but once you get there, it should remember that, okay? So when you get to this login screen, all right, here we go. When you get to this login screen, you're simply going to click in Login with Clever. Your login information, your student's login information is their student number, and then for their password, it's PUSD and their student number. I'm going to cover this up for a minute because I am going to go into a student account, and I want to maintain their privacy. With their number. All right, so once you've logged into Clever, this is the page that you should see. You're going to see at the top, favorite resources, Imagine Learning and Literacy. In the top right corner, you should see your student's name. If you're not seeing your student's name, you're in the wrong account. So please make sure that you are looking at your student's name up there in the corner. You'll see Imagine Learning and Literacy. You'll see Kay Hogan's page with the purple kangaroo. That's me. Imagine Learning and Literacy and iReady. So during this time, I am going to be assigning work through a few places. iReady is one of them. So if I ask you to do iReady reading or math, this happens to be Guillermo's account. So if you see Guillermo's name, that's why. If I log into iReady, I'm going to click on iReady. Clever should log you right in. It's going to ask you to choose a subject. You can choose either reading or math. So if Guillermo wants to try reading, he can click on reading. And here's something that's new. You're going to see some teacher-assigned work. I started playing with this yesterday when we were trying to figure out what we're doing. There is the My Path. The My Path works with your child on what they need to be working on specifically. And then teacher-assigned work is just things that I'm putting out there for the students to use for review. So after you're finished with that...
Start lesson.
Let's see if I can go
Start
back.
lesson.
Let's click out of here. I hope I
Log
don't
out.
get all the way out of... Oh, I logged all the way out of Clever. Whoops, sorry. So we'll log back in. We will, again, use this person's number and log back in. Sorry about that, you guys. Log on in. So that's how you can get to iReady. I have already assigned iReady reading and iReady math lessons. But then in Imagine Learning, I haven't assigned anything yet, but this is a really powerful reading program. Imagine Learning actually gives them opportunities to read and record their own voice. So if you're able to access that, I highly recommend it. iReady, again, I'm able to look and see what lessons they're doing and how they're doing on those lessons, so I highly recommend it. And then on Kay Hogan's page, the purple kangaroo, the kids know purple's my favorite color. If you click on that, you're going to see some more resources. Freckle, I can see what they're doing in Freckle. It's not, it's good review, it's good practice, and the kids can use it, but if you have to make a decision, if you have to make a choice about what platforms they're using, my preference is iReady. You can go on to AR and Renaissance. There's math facts there. They can take AR quizzes. I know probably it's difficult to take quizzes right now because you don't have access to a library to get new books, but remember Epic. On Epic, a lot of those books are AR leveled, and you should be able to take quizzes on some of them, okay? I have also added Typing Club. In Typing Club, this is practicing keyboarding. Next year in 3rd grade, the children will need to know keyboarding for when they take the CASP. So this is a good way to get started. Now, it's better on a computer of some sort, but you can try it as well on a tablet. I believe it works. Okay, and then I did add our web page. So this should be a direct link now to my web page, a direct link to Typing Club, and a direct link to AR, and a direct link to Freckle. Let's try it. So if you click on that little thing, you're going to see the district, or actually my classroom web page. There's a message from me. It's the same letter and same information I just went over. And you'll see that announcements are now on top. So if you need to get to daily assignments today, just go ahead and click on daily assignments. It'll take you right there. Okay, so that is Clever. Sorry, and that is the school website. Now you remember, all of your lessons will also be here. I've removed some of them because the list was getting quite long. But all of your lessons will be here. Your not lessons, daily work will be here. And then, as always, if you have any questions, let me know. So daily assignments will be here. Announcements will be the first page you see for now. If ever that changes, if ever you can't find the daily assignments, just look for that button to the left, daily assignments, okay? So let's see, typing club. If you look at typing club, it's going to take you to what's called Typing Jungle. This is specific to each student as well. Guillermo's name is right up over there, so when he's ready, he's simply going to press start, and then he can click on that very first lesson. You'll see that the rest of the lessons are locked. That's because we want you to do the lessons in order, okay? So that's Typing Club. That'll be a portion of our writing. I will also be assigning journal writing, okay? And AR Renaissance we're familiar with, and Freckle we are familiar with. So again, if you can't find something that I'm referring to, again, just reach out to me. I'll usually, my best way to explain is to just send you a series of screenshots so that you know. Okay, so once again, we are using Clever as our portal for almost everything now, from now until school is over. Again, Imagine Learning, really powerful reading and language tool. The recommendation for that is at least 20 minutes a day. That's based on their program recommendations. If you go longer, that's okay. I like Imagine Learning because they can read and record their own voice. iReady. I like iReady because there are two things that your child can work on in iReady. They can work on their own path, which is determined by a test they took earlier in the school year, and they can also work on assignments that I've given. And so it makes it very clear to me what they're able to do, what they are working on. And again, if you want to continue with Typing Club or you need more information, you can go to Kay Hogan's page with the purple kangaroo, and that's where you'll find Freckle, that's where you'll find AR, Typing Club, and my webpage. If you try to get onto any of these platforms without Clever, you might find that you're having a hard time. Clever was designed so that the kids had all of their information in one place. Okay, so I know that's a lot of information, you guys, and that's why I wanted to put it in a video. I hope that it was helpful, but always, 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 please don't be afraid to reach out to me. That's why I'm here. I want to answer your questions. So today I will be posting a link for a Zoom meeting. Watch for that. And I'm going to walk in front of the camera, excuse me. And I will talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.